All right. Well, we got a lot of people coming over here. I think the doors open in about 36 minutes. How's it going? How you doing? Y'all fired up?
Man, absolutely.
You're from KSR?
Yeah, you guys want to do an interview real fast? Sure. All right, cool. Yes, step it over. I don't want you to lose your spot. Can somebody hold your spot for you?
You got the last one.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Right here.
Yeah, right there. That's perfect. What's your name?
Leo.
Where are you from?
Russell County, Kentucky.
Russell County? Awesome. What time did you get here today?
Well, we got it here at 1. We ate at the pizza place and came back.
Got here at 1?
Yeah.
So what time did you have to leave the house to get here?
About 10.
Love it. Love it. Take the whole day. Make a whole day out of it.
Absolutely.
This has got to be, I think, one of the most look at this. I'm going to have to just show this real fast. This has got to be one of the most anticipated. Have you all come here before?
No, I've never been to a Big Blue Madness, but this is my dream, come to a Big Blue Madness. I've been to a lot of the games. It ain't nothing compared to Big Blue Madness at all.
So what?
The press conference, it's up there. It's up there. The press
Were you here for that?
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can't miss nothing from Pope. I'm all on this Pope train.
What did that feel like for you to like that? I mean, there was it was something special that happened that day. When the last time we all got together for basketball.
Bringing Kentucky back together, bringing this team back together. Absolutely. You know, it's more about the fans and the environment. You know, you got to have that in college sports. You know, that makes everything roll.
It felt like it was one of the first times in a while that the entire fan base is on the same page.
Absolutely. We stopped doing the dribble drives and went to power plays. Absolutely.
So what are you expecting to see? Maybe a Rick Pitino pop-up appearance, possibly?
Hey, if Kentucky's not winning, I'm a Louisville fan.
Whoa, really? Really?
Only if Kentucky's out of the tournament, I'm a Louisville fan. But guess what? That's only because Rick Pitino was there, but I'm no Louisville fan no more.
Not anymore. So that's got to be I know there's a lot of people like that in the fan base that like Rick, and even I'm from Louisville, so it meant a lot that he went to Louisville. But what is it for people like you who still pulled for Rick because you appreciated, I guess, everything he did while he was here?
Awesome coach. I mean, just absolutely superb of a coach. He never breaks at any point in time. You know, he keeps his team together. He don't yell, fuss at them, but he gets them to understand the absolutely values of basketball, just like Coach Pope does.
So, if Rick Pitino comes out today, what happened? What do the fans do?
Oh, we have to go crazy because we want him to come back next year as an assistant coach.
Oh, all right. Do you want an assistant from our? Let's say like 2015? Could you have imagined Rick Pitino getting a standing ovation in Rupp Arena?
For me, yes, just because.
For you, right.
I mean, just because. I mean, he's a legend at Kentucky in my eyes. I know he kind of left on bad terms, but hey, he left us in a good spot. You know.
No, he didn't leave us in a bad. I think people just got upset because he went to the one place that was like, go to Arizona, go anywhere but Louisville. But it's so. I think for him, it's like, welcome home, kind of. It's kind of a welcome home for him.
I think he was almost scared not to go too far away from Kentucky.
And so much success. Trying to replicate it there.
He's done an awesome job. I mean, he's had an awesome career, but Pope's about to have an even better one.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm going to make sure you get your spot and everything.
If Jack Pilgrim sees me, I want to talk to him. I love him.
Where are you going to try to be seated tonight? I'll try to get Jack to go over there.
Lord, I think we got almost nosebleeds. But if I
work your way down towards the end. We'll try. Jack's always free to sign some autographs.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody want to do some interviewing, talking in front of a camera? All right, nobody right here. I'm actually going to move my laptop.
We live in which is in Casey, but I'm from Russell.
Sorry, guys. I didn't actually know they were going to make this part of the line.
You're fine. Did you go to Rupp Arena?
Yeah. Off and on. I went there for a little bit.
Hey.
Hi, how are you? Are you staying here or are you moving?
I'm kind of just moving around.
Okay, perfect. Well, we were
doing the news here in a second. We were going to talk to this Pope Hat man.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to some girls down this way, and we're going to walk down here. But I didn't want to be in your way.
No, you're good. I'll make sure I'm not in
Are
your
you
all's way.
sure?
Yeah.
No, you're
yeah.
good. They were down there, and then I looked
Okay.
up, and then they were all over here.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So you're going to do like a walk and talk through
Yeah,
here?
we're going to start here and then just walk down.
Okay. I'm just going to make sure I get out of your shot.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Thank you. These are our friends right here. Y'all want to meet Nick? This is Nick. Hey, Nick. That's the best thing I'm going to say.
No idea what I think we still have about 30 minutes until the doors open. This is obviously this is just a part of the line. It goes all the way down the street, I'm sure. So we're just doing this live, just seeing what happens. Anybody fired up about Big Blue Madness? Mark Pope, want to do a little on camera stuff?
Can we talk big about Louisville?
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Does anybody have any thoughts about Rick Pitino that would like to?
He'll be here.
I think so.
Oh yeah, he'll see.
Okay, nobody over here. I know it's kind of hard because now it feels like you're doing like a performance.
See, the only thing I got to say is you got people in Louisville, they can't even fill 8,000 people at the stadium. Man, we drove 4.5 hours to get here.
4.5. What time did you have to leave to get here?
Yeah, say that.
10:30, 11ish.
Dang, that's awesome. Just making a whole day out of it. Let me come to you. You're like, did I skip work? No. What was it that you were going to say about something about Louisville? Is that?
What I'm saying is Louisville can't even fill a stadium. What'd they get, like 8,000 to their practice?
Yeah, and they were going, and they had the coach going around.
Exactly. But yet, we're going to drive 4.5 hours down from, southern Illinois.
Dang.
I mean,
I didn't know that was cat country.
Well, we're Western Kentucky people. We just happen to live in southern Illinois. So, Paducah, Kentucky area. But we live in southern Illinois. But where we drove from is 4.5 hours.
It's like Metropolis?
Just a little bit north of that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Yep, it's the same area.
Yeah. A lot of friends in Metropolis. I went to Murray State. So
okay.
Yeah, very familiar with the western part of the state.
Kentucky area.
Oh, yeah. This has got to be one of the most anticipated Big Blue Madnesses, and I mean, maybe since Cal's first one. Have you been to one before?
Never Big Blue Madness.
That's so awesome. We just talked to somebody else who's also, it's their first time.
First time, and I had to come. I mean, it was, I wasn't going to miss this one because I think this is going to be one of the best ones ever. I don't know what all is going to happen, but it's going to be good.
I have a feeling it's set up to be one of the most memorable. I guess it's since Cal's first year. That was the one I think that was off the charts. But I mean, there's rumors of Pitino appearance. Which let me take you back to 2015. Could you imagine Rick Pitino ever showing his face in Rupp Arena again?
No, absolutely not.
Wild, right?
But me being 45 years old, I still have that soft spot for Rick Pitino. Now that he's gone from Louisville, I can forgive and forget.
What kind of, if he does come out tonight just for a wave, or maybe he gets introduced by Mark Pope, I don't know. How do you think the crowd reacts?
I think it's going to be cheers. I do. I really do. I think it's not. I think what's crazy is the generation about, let's say, 38 to 45. We all remember him. Yeah. Then you got the younger generation; they don't remember him. So if anybody boos, it's going to be younger generation because they remember him at Louisville.
Yeah, I'm 34. The first game that I remember, the very first game, was '97 Arizona. That's like the memory that's like burned into my brain. Like the first time sports ever hurt me. I was 7 years old. So that's the only memory I have of Pitino. So when he was at Louisville, I just hated them so much.
Yeah, I can remember when Rick Pitino at the Big Blue Madness, he actually rode out on a motorcycle. Yes. I can remember that on TV.
Seen the video.
Yeah. I remember sitting there as a little kid watching that, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever.
I mean, for him, if you think about it, this is like the only place in America that is left that will cheer Rick Pitino. Because the Louisville fans aren't cheering him anymore. I don't think Boston misses him too much. So this is probably Maybe where was he at previously? Was it like Iona or something like that? Wherever. Yeah, maybe they'll still cheer him.
I'm sure St. John's is cheering for him.
Yeah, that's true. St. John. Although if I'm a St. John's fan, I'm like, why are you in Lexington right now?
No. He regrets ever living here. You know,
It's the second person that said that too.
What'd he say?
Rick Pitino comes back as an assistant.
Well, that would be awesome. Hey,
He took Louisville to a national championship. That didn't happen.
I mean, that's hard to do right there. It's hard to
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Anybody got some thoughts? Going good. What's your name? Jared. Awesome. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Awesome. Oh, Florence y'all. The Florence y'alls. I need the hat, man. That's the best rebrand I've ever. That is by far like one of the best. I'm actually reminding me. I need to get a hat. I've been trying. My dad got one when he went there, so I got to get a new one. Because I went to get Florence Freedom games for fun. We got like seats for like $5 in the front row, and they were bringing us food. It was awesome. Oh, like I didn't know this was a thing. Anyway, all right. So from Florence, what time do you leave the house? Noon. It's been a long day. How far is it from like the Cincinnati area? Okay. Probably best to leave at 71 and get. Somebody calling to work to be here? Yes, I love it. This is your first one? Every single person I've talked to says this is the first one. That almost seems like statistically impossible. It seems like the perfect How did you get your ticket? How long? What was that like when you were getting one? You're going to do that so you finish scores. I love how you didn't even consider. I might sell these. People are paying 200 plus for them. Too valuable.
Around here now. I haven't felt it. Like I haven't been this excited for a season in a long time. So I'm pumped.
That's awesome. So here, one more time, I think the audio cut out there. Can you just you were saying that make sure it's coming through. It should be. All right.
Okay, cool.
You said that you waited in the queue.
Yeah.
For like 4:30.
Yeah,
you
I
were
was on
just
4:30 because I think they went off at 5, and I had to go to work at 5. No, I was just sitting there, refreshing, just waiting to make sure I can get in.
That's so awesome. So, have you got any expectations for Big Blue Madness tonight? Any expectations?
There's been a lot of buzz around talking about Ricky P maybe making a scene. I know he's going to be at the game tomorrow. I'm sure he was probably at Keeneland today. It would be pretty exciting. I'm very curious on what the reception's going to be, considering everything. I mean, I'm pumped. Like I said, I watched like a bunch of like sports, like KSR, and I watched like Barstool, and they had an interview with him on KSR, and he said if he would have if he could do it all again, he would have never left Kentucky.
Man, could you imagine what 20, 30 years of Rick Pitino would have looked like?
I couldn't imagine. Definitely better than the Billy Gillespie years.
I think so. I think so. That's one thing about Cal, though, that I think people should appreciate. From 2009 to 2015, I mean, that is as elite as you can get. Take out that NIT year with a big injury.
With the Polson and, Nerlens going down. No, and I think that's what I'm also going to be curious, too, when the Arkansas game comes around, how the reception is going to be.
Yeah.
I think we should be grateful. He did bring us a championship. Obviously, there was a lot of letdown towards the end of his tenure, but he did bring us, he brought us a championship and went to a lot of Final Fours, but we obviously could have done more.
The last Big Blue Madness that I remember being this anticipated was his first year,
really?
Which we got the John Wall dance, and we got the John Wall, we got DeMarcus Cousins white knuckling it on the way down. So, I mean, I don't know if the players are going to dance. I do think Kirk Kreese is going to. Yeah, you're hearing this. You're in the same rumor mill as I am.
Yeah. He said it's going to be electric. I watched on the day. He said it's going to be electric. So maybe an electric slide. I don't know. Hey.
See, I didn't even think about that. We talked to him when he said it would be electric.
Yeah. So that there could be a possibility there. No, I'm excited. Amari said he's going to come out with some English stuff, so I'm curious on how it's going to be.
Yeah, he said that Mark Pope, I think, wanted him to do a Beatles song, and he was like, I can't.
We can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it, no.
Is he the first English player we've had?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I know we had Isaac Humphries, but he was, I think, Australian or New Zealand or somewhere.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I don't think so. Not that I can remember, at least.
We almost got two of them.
We did.
Yeah. Well, expectations for the season. Last thing.
For the season, I think we're gonna have a decent year. I think with Pope we have like a really good scheme, and I think we build around his scheme with being able to spread the floor. I think we spread the floor really well, especially with Andrew Carr. I'm looking for him to have like a really, really, really good season with him being the 4. We'll be able to shoot the ball really well. Defense is going to be interesting, but yeah, and I think we still have that playmaker that can go in and get a bucket like Jackson Robinson.
Yeah.
I think we'll have a good year. I think the SEC is a little tough, but I think we'll be fine. I'm looking forward to the Arkansas game.
Oh, very much so. Looking forward to that game. And man, what's going on? Were they yelling?
Getting quick.
This has got the feeling of the press conference from a few months ago. So, all right, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, we're just gonna walk this over here and see what. Sorry, the audio dropped out there for a minute. All right. Again, I have no idea what this is looking like. So. Whoa. All right, let's see if anybody near the back wants to share some thoughts. We still have, man, how many? Still have 18 minutes. 18 minutes until the doors open. All right. Anybody got any thoughts on the Mark Pope era, Big Blue Madness? Anybody? Rick Pitino might be here. Is that?
She wants to see Scratch.
Oh yeah, Scratch should be there, of course.
They didn't come in.
You know what's wild? Everybody I've talked to, it's their first one.
Well, we've been several times. This is her first one. Daughter and granddaughter, so we're bringing her in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What time did you guys get here?
We've been up here all day.
Love it.
Right here on by. You
just got
guys
here about
follow
30
me.
minutes ago.
Up here.
Just got in line about 30 minutes ago. So. Creating. All right. Still. Oh, they did open. Okay. Yeah, it's like 17 minutes until. So got the whole day. The whole day to.
Shopping, eating, and sitting in the parking lot for about 40 minutes.
So have you been to a game before? Okay, so this
Never been to any though.
Okay, this first time in Rupp Arena?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Man, what a time for the first time. Are you excited? Of course. I mean, it's Mark Pope era is starting. We're going to have a packed, I mean, this has got to be the most anticipated Big Blue Madness maybe since Cal's first year.
Yeah, I agree.
Who probably said.
Exactly.
Yes, we're looking for new, brighter things this year.
There are rumors that Rick Pitino could be. What kind of reception do you think?
At the football game tomorrow, so we talked about that earlier.
How do you feel about that?
Hey, come on, big boy.
I love it. I love it. I feel like Rick's back in.
Yeah,
He is.
He's back
Definitely.
in.
I think so.
2015. Let's go back to 2015. Could we have imagined that there might be Kentucky fans booing Cal and cheering Rick? What upside down world are we in right now? It's wild.
Kind of crazy.
Anybody? Any hot takes on the team so far? Anybody? Favorite player? Do we have does anybody? How many players can we name? Who can name the most players? Trent Noah. Here we go.
Right here, Trent Noah.
Oh, we already got a. There we go. Love that. Can I get that on video?
Hey, guys.
And Travis Perry.
Listen up. When the door's open, listen to what I'm going to tell you. You'll get in twice as fast. You guys against the wall, use the first 4 doors. You guys in this second line, use the last 4. You'll be in a minute.
Thank you so much.
Everybody get that?
Let's see.
Sounds like a preacher.
Well, we still have about 14 minutes until the doors are officially supposed to open. So we got like 2 lines here, and they go all the way. You can't see what I'm doing, but they go all the way around that corner there. Then there's a far door. I can just walk you guys over there, I guess. All right.
You can stay to the left here. It's only like the second one in a minute. And it says.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Thank you all. Getting in people's way. And then let's go to like the front of the line, right? That's the people who. Wow. Does anybody not want to be on? There you go. There you go, you guys, one of you all. Oh yeah, duh, of course. What are we talking about?
What's up?
All right. What time did y'all get here? Y'all are in the very front.
I was here at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. You want? Can I talk to you in a second?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, we got here at 3 o'clock.
So you've been standing in this spot.
Well,
we did some cartwheels over there.
Yeah,
on
we
the
were down there at the
but-
stairs. It was shadier down there. But,
Yeah, we didn't want to be in the sun. It was super hot.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
So, y'all been to some Big Blue Madness before. You think this is like the most anticipated one?
100%.
Since like 2010?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Because
I think
new coaching staff with the energy. Look at the press conference, for example. That was the most electric environment I've seen at Rupp, and I've been here for 4 years. I've never seen anything close to that, and that was a press conference. I can't even imagine what's going to happen here, especially with the new court, like the LED court, all that. There's going to be so many different things that could happen.
It felt like for a while it just kind of got stale, and we in past years you would at least get like a good Calipari speech to kind of get everybody back on board, and we hadn't even had that the last few years. What kind of shocks me a little bit is that we could have maybe a Rick Pitino speech tonight.
He's going to be there tomorrow for the Vandy game from what I've been seeing, so I wouldn't be surprised if he comes in and shows up for Big Blue Madness, which would be crazy. Because that'd be first time back since 2015, something like that?
Since yeah, first time in this building. Yeah, I guess since like December 2015. Is that right? Yeah, 2016 season. That's right, because then they played it in the Yum Center, and I think they beat us that year. So, well, yeah. I don't know. Did that game even count? A lot of Louisville's wins in that era didn't count, so I don't remember.
Yeah,
True. I don't know.
They got
It's Loserville. It's always L's down, so it's just how it is here.
It's weird because I was talking to some people for Rick Pitino. Like, this is one of the few places in America that he would get cheered, because I don't think they care for him too much in Boston. In Louisville, they probably boo him, but here, fans love him again. What happened?
I have no idea, because I grew up hating Rick as a Kentucky fan, but then next thing you know, out of left field, everyone loves him again, so I love him too. If that's what the fan base does, I like him too. Now, Cal's the real question, how they're going to react to him coming.
And that whole game is going to be weird. And
we're getting here Wednesday.
Yeah, we're already
games on Saturday.
Do you have any signs that you've thought of? Because you guys are usually like front and center.
Yeah. I think that game I'm just going to soak in the environment, because that's going to be a surreal game, but that'll be a fun one. I think we'll probably come up with some signs, though. We got to come up with something.
Cal's
return.
We got
some time.
Yeah.
Already
we're hitting the drawing board.
There's almost like so much material to use.
Yeah,
that you got.
so much.
Yeah, you're trying to narrow it down to a couple signs.
It's going to be the best one. Yeah, like
right.
You go for Arkansas itself.
Yeah,
Cal players.
Anything.
Yeah, there's a lot. Baseline out of bounds plays, things like that. Zone.
We could draw some up for him. Maybe he'll actually start using them.
Yeah. Maybe like you just draw a play.
2K been teaching me a lot. I'll just take one of those.
Cal could use it. He needs some plays drawn up for him.
John Welch is going to be on that sideline this year. So.
Yeah, I did see that. That's
unfortunate.
Very. And Eulis, we lost him. We lost most of the coaching staff.
It's hard. I know people are probably in the chat right now because we're doing this live. They're probably like, how are you still talking about Calipari and all that? But it's just like, how do you not make the comparison right now? Because of the energy in the fan base is so different. It feels like for the first time in maybe 4 years, everybody's excitement and everybody's on the same page. We're all on board. No one's making, Pope hasn't lost a game yet. That's a big help. Yeah, He's undefeated.
He hasn't lost.
I think it's just the freshness. Like, you get something new. Like, when you get a new phone, you love it, and then you're like, oh, okay, this phone kind of sucks. The battery goes low, and then you get a new phone, and you're like, dude, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah,
I think for me personally, I know a big reason I came to Kentucky was the Kentucky basketball culture and like all that, and I was super excited to be a part of it. And then now it's just a whole different switch. And I'm from Pittsburgh, so coming to Kentucky, it's like I was here for Cal, just like a lot of recruits would be. I'm here for Cal. I'm here to watch the basketball team. That's completely changed. Pope has made me like feel like a real Kentuckian and like actually awesome. Loving like the history of Kentucky basketball instead of just Cal.
Yeah, Pittsburgh and Kentucky basketball just hasn't been. It wasn't a good mix, but that's interesting. So you're from Pittsburgh, and was it like Kentucky basketball that brought you?
Yeah, the big reason I'm here is just because I was a Kentucky fan, huge Devin Booker fan, and
that's awesome.
Next thing you know, came here and.
You're like all in too. I mean, you're at the football games too.
Everywhere. Front row. Try to football, basketball, volleyball, soccer. Everywhere. We try to go to everything.
That's so cool. We talked to a lot of students who the basketball team is the advertisement that brought them to here, and then.
I mean, this basketball team's not advertised to be much. It's a lot of transfers, lots of guys. I mean. They're great players individually. We don't know how they're going to mesh together. It kind of reminds me of Cal's first year Sheway in 21, which a bunch of transfers, a bunch of guys in it. It just didn't really work. But I think with Pope on the side,
good for a month and a half.
Yep, and then I think injuries started to pile up, and
that was the thing about Cal. We started to get the injury bug too,
and it just happened every year.
Yeah, it's one of the things where having some depth. I think. I mean, this team, that's the only thing you worry about. It's you got some good players. They're going to have to come off the bench.
Yeah.
And they're like fifth-year seniors. This is their last year, and they're willing to do that.
I remember Kerr did an interview where he was like, I came here because it's Kentucky. I didn't care about playtime. I came here because it's Kentucky, and that's the type of guys you want here now.
They saying the right things.
Yeah,
they really are. I mean, you can kind of feel that Pope is that stuff will, like, guys who are from Pittsburgh, for example, will see that energy that Mark Pope has and his love for the program. Yeah. It'll rub off on them.
And then all he has to do is show that press conference, and that's how you show what Kentucky is.
I think that's the first clip. The second clip will be tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be rowdy.
Yeah, it's going to be rowdy. This is going to be insane. Like, I went to last year's Big Blue Madness. It was not much fun. We had to make it fun ourselves.
We had a good time.
We had a good time, but like it wasn't like fun.
It was kind of like just they use the same thing. Like
there's no player interaction
it
either. I know what Pope's trying to get a lot more interaction with the players, getting them out there. With Cal, it's just every player stays in the lodge and you don't see much of them. With Pope, they're all over campus. They're doing interviews. They're doing a bunch of stuff. So it's just cool to see. It's a much different vibe, and it has a lot of people really excited for this season.
That's nice to hear. Like as students, you guys have just seen them out and about, but you didn't see that with Cal playing.
They got golf carts. They just drive around.
Yeah, there's guys like Shaden was never on campus. I couldn't tell you a single time I saw Rob on campus. Reed was on campus a bunch, but that's Reed. He's a Kentucky kid.
Yeah.
But a lot of the guys that just came here for basketball, you really wouldn't see them much on campus.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, it's cool that the vibes are a little bit different. And hey, Dylan, I want to know your thoughts on this. We're live, by the way. Is that cool?
Oh, you're live?
We're live. Yeah. We might be live. I mean, I could be doing this for no one. It's a very good possibility.
Here, for all the fans, while you're live, you got to watch for him. He's always got the sickest shirts. I'm down on the football field every Saturday, and my first thing when I get out of the tunnel is to watch his shirts.
Kobe Bryant, did you hear what he said about Devin Booker was his favorite player growing up? I was like, growing up?
Growing up, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, geez.
Yeah, we'll see. But tonight, I'm expecting some stuff that I don't think we've seen in a lot of years. The anticipation for tonight, I think, is as much as I felt around the Big Blue Madness since 2010.
And the LED floor.
I think the LED floor is like the perfect example.
The LED floor, things that we've never seen. I guess the questions are all circling. Will we see Rick tonight? We know we'll see him tomorrow. I just think that it feels like, and I've said this before, I don't know what you guys think.
There are 425 people.
It feels like that we, the fans, and I know I'm a media, I'm not supposed to say that, but I'm a fan. I've been a fan my whole life.
Dylan is nervous of me on the sidelines.
Yeah, and I feel like we've got our program back, and I loved the Cal era. I grew up on the Cal era.
It was Coach Cal U, though.
Yeah,
It wasn't Kentucky.
Yeah, but it feels like after the last 5 years, those first 7 or 8 were amazing. But to me, it feels like we have our program back, and it's ours again. It's not the NBA's. It's not Cal's. It's our program again.
It's not what guys getting drafted this year from Kentucky. Is Kentucky going to make a run this year?
And we're unsure what this team's going to be. We don't know. We've never had 12 transfers as one whole team before. And, not 12. I guess there's 3 freshmen, but you know what I'm saying. And, I think long-term this is going to be great. But either way, if nothing else, it's our program again. The fans have it back. And it felt like that day in April. But tonight's the start. The start of guys. This place was half empty last year at Madness, and these people are lined up all around the buildings, and this fan base is crazy. And tomorrow night you'll see it again, but it just feels amazing to me, Stephen, to have it back.
Yeah, they've rallied around them.
We haven't felt this in a long time, and I'm just glad that we've got it back, and it's going to be fun.
We're talking with Dylan Ballard of Sea of Blue. What if Rick Pitino makes an appearance? And I know there's rumor he's going to be at the football game. Keeneland, though, that's a Rick thing to be at Keeneland. What if he comes out tonight?
I feel like you'll see mixed emotions from the fans. I think Mark, though, is smart enough that he's not just going to put Rick up on the screen by himself. It'll either be with him, some members of the 96 team. I bet we don't see it tonight. Personally, my guess is I think that he's going to let Mark have his night, but that's probably not like Rick. We know Rick. But I think Mark's going to maybe do it at a different time, and I think that time will come. I personally hope they bring him out tomorrow night, even with a couple players or whatever. But I'm not making a reaction either way, being in the media department. But if I was a fan,
if you were a fan, hypothetically,
if I'm sitting in those seats, you asked me a year ago, I would say I would boo him. I wouldn't boo him tonight. I'd probably cheer him. Like sometimes you got to go back to go forward, and all that it is, and all this reminiscing that we're having with Mark Pope wouldn't be possible without Rick.
Look, and the thing is, man, Rick Pitino, not only did he win a title here, but he got one taken away from Louisville. And he's decimated even their football. People don't go to their football games anymore. Like, it's crazy.
My hope is that someday we can get a live stream of him getting that tattoo covered up or removed or something. I know Drew had mentioned it on the radio this week. I think that would be the icing on the cake for me. But I hope fans cheer him because this is fun. We're back, and I appreciate you asking me, Stephen. But this is I'm telling you, this is going to be fun, and it's just a couple of the things. And you can ask Stephen. They won't tell us everything. A couple of the things that I know that are happening tonight. It's going to be awesome in there tonight. You'll want to be in there or watching tonight. It's going to be one of those moments, like we had in 2010 when you said, "I remember where I was when John Wall did the dance.
Yeah.
I remember where I was when Cal gave that first speech."
Were you here for that?
I was here for that, and I was very young. I was 13 at that time. And you were here. What did you think?
I loved it.
I loved it. It feels like we're having one of those
like
moments.
We're back home now.
It does.
Love
that. Listen to that.
We're getting back in line, though.
Go. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Hey, it was nice talking to you guys, and I love the KSR world.
Thanks, Dylan. You want to talk real fast just about that 2010 experience? Because I think that's what we're headed for tonight.
I think so too.
I don't know if we're getting to John Wall. I mean, we got like years worth of memes out of the 2010 one, but you were here. Can you kind of describe what that was like?
The best atmosphere you would ever believe. The dance he did, the crowd went absolutely wild.
I felt like Calipari gave a speech that was, I mean, they should print it, put it in the College Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yes, forever. Yes.
And it felt like we had not replaced Rick Pitino until Calipari gave that speech, is what it felt like.
Gave that speech. That's exactly what it felt like.
So what about tonight? What are we thinking? Because now it feels like we're getting the Pitino guys back.
Yes, exactly. I think we're going to be good this year. I think we're going to be really good this year. And he's, like you said, he's not for the NBA. He wants to win a national championship. And the practices at CN, they're going to mold together.
So you're looking at the clips. You're digesting some film.
I am. Yes, I am. I think we'll make a run. I really do. So yes, I do. We've got great shooters. So
we talked to the guys at Media Day. They said everyone we talked to said the best shooting team they've ever been a part of. Amari Williams said it's the best shooting team he thinks he'll ever be a part of.
Too. I think it is the best shooting team we'll ever have. I think we could win it all. As good as we are and the depth that we have, we could win it all.
What time did you get here today?
About 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. You've been here since 4? That's awesome. I love the dedication. Kentucky fans are different.
Yeah.
So since 4, where are you from?
Nancy, Kentucky.
Okay. All right. So how far? What time did you leave the house? I guess to get here today.
About 12. About 12.
That's what a lot of people do that 10 to. I want to make sure I don't want to get run over when they open the doors.
Run over.
Thank you for talking to me, and this is going to be fun. I'll look for you inside.
Everybody rush.
Okay, all doors. Let me get out of everybody's way. This is not where you want to be. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
O-C-A-T-S, cats. O-C-A-T-S, cats. O-C-A-T-S, cats.
Love it. There you go, Dylan. Let's get everybody fired up. Let's go. It's Friday night. You can't lose Big Blue Madness. That's a win. Then you beat Vanderbilt tomorrow. It's a double dip. Yep. Kentucky's undefeated at Big Blue Madness. I bet they don't lose that blue-white game either. Yes, sir. All the doors are now open, and they're flooding in from everywhere. I didn't realize there was this many people. I guess in like the 15 minutes I spent getting interviews, What's awesome is all of these people decided to not sell their tickets. Is your mom watching?
No.
Ah, damn. Send her the link. It's on YouTube. There you go. What's so cool is, and now I lost my train of thought, so we're gonna have to come back to that one. I had a good point, Dylan, and then I got distracted. Oh yeah, that all of these people decided not to sell their tickets for like $200 a piece. Like every single person, and you have a family of 4. You just, you just said I don't need $800. And that's right. Some people had to have spent that too, huh? That's a lot. That's a lot to see. Kind of for practice.
Can I grab a picture of your shirt real quick?
Love that the Pope era shirt. Where are all these people coming from? This line was not when I was. That's crazy. You would think this was the only entrance, but it isn't. Is there enough room for all of these people? There are so many college basketball programs that cannot get this kind of crowd for a game. Kentucky's got it for a press conference and for Big Blue Madness now. The blue-white game will be sold out probably. It's truly like one of the most unique fan bases in this sport. There's just not many fan bases that are like this for basketball. Oh, it is, and it's live. There you go. Like, imagine having the opportunity to come to Kentucky and you go to UConn. I get it. They're great. But, like, I don't know. I mean, I maybe that's the wrong program. But this is different. I mean, this is just nothing. Nobody else does this. And you're a Kentucky basketball player, and if you play for Kentucky and you go anywhere in the state, you're a rock star. This is just so different from what any other program does. Where'd he go? Oh, I thought we could get Jack Pilgrim on for a second. But Jack went to the media entrance where he should go. And if you haven't seen it yet, he just interviewed Mark Pope right here on our YouTube channel. So if you go to our videos or go to the Sources Say playlist, you'll see that. Not the most recent show, but then the one right before it. I'm starting to read the chat as things have calmed down just a little bit. Had to survive a hurricane so I wouldn't miss Big Blue Madness on TV. That's okay. Gosh. What is wild, though, is how many people are in that building right now, and we still have like 90 minutes until this thing starts. Whew. I'm amazed at, well, yeah, you want to?
Wait, actually?
Yeah. No time. That's all right.
Guys, all these doors are open leading to 8 walkthroughs.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. All right, cool.
All the doors.
Now you guys didn't wait in the line. You all were smart. You showed up. You're getting in. What are we thinking right now? What about first Mark Pope Big Blue Madness?
We're winning the championship. I don't care about anything else. He's here. We got grown men playing. We don't got kids anymore. We're winning the whole thing.
The swagger's back. Yeah. It is wild how much how different the vibes are right now as they were exactly a year ago.
Yeah, I think we got like true optimism instead of just hoping like a bunch of freshmen can win the whole thing. It's not 2012 anymore. They don't work anymore.
Like people were excited last year, but like this time around, like we got like actual experience. You know what I mean? Like I think people are excited for something different. Like not seeing a starting 5 of freshmen, like maybe a sophomore.
We got somebody who draws up plays instead of somebody just let your players make plays. We got somebody who can actually draw up an offense.
I like the idea behind starting the best players too. I'm pretty pumped about that.
Yeah. Having 2 lottery picks on the bench is crazy. Like
Doesn't it just boggle your mind?
I don't care. I mean, he did it the year we went undefeated too. We had Booker and Euless both off the bench with the Harrison twins.
It'll just never make sense to me. I don't care about the lineups, whatever. That'll never make sense to me. I don't know.
All right, just moment of honesty here. When it was originally announced that Mark Pope was going to be the next coach, how do we respond?
I knew that he played for Kentucky because
How old are you?
I'm 21, but like,
so you never would have saw
I never saw him, but like, my whole family's big Kentucky fans, and my papa had like posters and everything around his house, so I knew he played. And I was like, this is better than somebody we're just giving a bag to who really doesn't care about like the tradition here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, I know a lot of people were a little like, what are we doing? We can't just hire a former player. But
I was scared at first because we had gone through like the Dan Hurley and the Scott, what's his name?
Scott
Drew.
Drew.
Like and those like in retrospect looked like better coaches at the time. But like I think getting someone that like really like knows and understands the culture was better for us in general.
This is the one program. I mean, how many coaches have won a championship here? 5? No, I mean 5 coaches. So it's like if you want it, like you can be successful at Kentucky. It feels like it's not that hard to be successful.
You'll have the tools.
Yeah. Like, and Cal would not have got all those players he has got over the past 10 years at Arkansas like he did here, because it is Kentucky. It's not like some random school.
Yeah, unless you're Carter Knox or DJ Wagner. But
who cares about that? Wagner.
We could have had a whole season of long twos again, guys. That would have been fun.
Wagner sucked. He was terrible.
I was getting scared when everyone was like, when like our whole team was like being depleted, but like now like seeing the team that we have and like the mix of experience and like
we got shooters now. We can shoot the ball. Shooters. We can shoot the basketball now.
Here's what's fun. How many players can we name
on the team right now?
Yeah. Okay, we got Travis Perry, Trit Noah, Owe, Cursa, Berea.
Yeah. Lamar Bowler, Mara Williams, Brandon Garrison.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. We're getting to the depth chart.
Is that all of them?
There's a lot of people, people in my family that are big time Kentucky fans. They're like, I don't think I can name one player yet. Outside of like the 2 Kentucky guys.
Yeah, I'm deep on Twitter, man.
But it's the first time that we have a brand new team. It's the first time, I mean, at least in my lifetime, that you've had just no turnover at all.
Yeah, we're used to having new players every year, but we're used to seeing them since they were 14 dominating high school basketball.
That's true. Yeah. So expectations, you said for the season, they can win the championship.
Championship or bust every year. We're Kentucky basketball.
Expectations have not changed.
And they'll never change.
What happens if Mark Pope loses a game? Like, how do? Because right now he's undefeated. We all love him. But
I'm sure
it depends on.
Why am I saying? Why am I even talking? He's not going to lose. What are we planning on losing games?
40-0 and winning the championship.
We
got to bring that swagger.
It depends on how. It depends on how close his wins are, really.
This just feels like, guys, and I don't know. I mean, there have been some really great teams since 2015. But man, that Wisconsin game, I felt like it's been this like thing that I know. And
Frank Kaminsky and Sam Decker took out a team with 10 NBA players on it. Say that one more time.
I know.
Sam Decker and Frank Kaminsky, and they had like 4 All-Stars on that team, 3 or 4.
Yeah, that was
like 3 NBA All-Stars.
Yeah.
To Frank Kaminsky.
That's pretty brutal. But I feel what I was saying is I wasn't trying to just bring that up for no reason. What I'm trying to say is I feel like this is that first time really since that year's Big Blue Madness that everybody's just it's the electricity in the building is going to be there. The expectations you said haven't changed, but it's this new sort of like we've got the program back. Do you kind of feel like that? I know you guys are young, but does it feel like not that Cal took it or anything like that, but just that we're back on the same page. There's no bickering in the fan base about Calipari. We're all on board with Pope.
We were talking about earlier. I think this is the most topped up one since John Wall.
Yes.
Since the John Wall one, that was also the first Cal one, wasn't it?
It was. Yep.
So I think this is the most topped up one because they had like the 5-star freshmen, but this team's got the depth.
This crowd's going to be electric.
Yeah, this crowd's going to go crazy, especially with that floor, like the LED floor. That's going to go crazy.
Were you guys here for the press conference?
No, I couldn't get here for that.
Yeah, that was a nice prologue to what I think is the chapter 1 here tonight. That's going to be just absolutely insane. There were several of those in the crowd lining up, so I think we're safe there. All right, guys, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I'll make sure there's okay. Where y'all sitting? Row top.
Yeah,
I love it. What other program is selling tickets to the 200s for a not a game?
For like a 3-point contest. So like introduction.
We got section 212.
This is a pep rally.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who cares?
It's a different fan base, man. It's just different.
Well, it's like the peak
There's
of
people in the chat right now.
It's the
a lot of Duke fans.
The peak
in the
of
chat
college
for some
basketball.
Get out of the chat. Get out. Duke fans. What are you doing here?
Yeah,
get out.
That doesn't make. There's 623 people watching you guys right now, though.
They haven't done anything since Jahlil Okafor. It don't matter. Jahlil Okafor.
You know, all right, one more thing. If there's Duke fans in the chat, congratulations on 2010 and 2015 because those were 2 titles that Kentucky was right there to have. And if they look, think about this: if Kentucky wins those years, as they should have, or Kansas in 2010, Kansas was the best team in 2010. You're talking about like Coach K's last title would have been 2001, and I wonder how different do we think about
Coach K?
Calipari would have 3 titles. Right, and then Coach K wouldn't have had one since 2001. It's just the ball, for one, Butler's 3 doesn't go in. Gordon Hayward's 3 doesn't go in, and then in 2015, Kentucky loses to Wisconsin on with the help of a call that would now not would have been reversed on the shot clock violation.
Yeah,
man, I'm so pumped to just like go. I feel like we're just gonna rid those demons like as soon as we get in there tonight.
We got some new energy. That's all I really care about. Because the past 3 or 4 years, I've just cared less. Because I know, like, ever since the transfer portal's gotten like the thing, freshmen don't matter. They really don't.
Cal didn't want to adapt. It was like a Dabo at Clemson situation.
Yeah,
he didn't really want to adapt. Like, I don't know. The energy kept going down. You could feel it in the fan base.
I hope he keeps on not adapting. So when he comes here, and
God, I would love to go to that game, but I just know the tickets would be crazy.
What do you think? What do you think tickets are? What do you think they're going to go for? That's the last thing. Then y'all go in.
I'd say for nosebleeds, like with fees, like almost $300.
Yeah,
I would guess over $300 with fees.
It's gonna be like that Kentucky Louisville game, first year Cal. It feels like.
Yeah, I was at that game.
Oh yeah, dude, you watch the highlights. The energy comes through the screen. It was wild.
I'm not gonna lie. This season is gonna be the first time I get to go to a UK basketball game. Like I'd never been to one before because like it's getting tickets in general is ridiculous. But like, I'm actually good to go to something this year. I'm excited.
That's something other fan bases that might be in the chat don't really understand. Like,
yeah, I know a guy who goes to UCLA and it's like you can just go to those games for free, and I'm like, you have to give an arm and a leg to go to these games.
Yeah, it's just different. It's different. All right, guys, I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Brother.
Yep. Yeah.
What's this on?
KSR's YouTube.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. I just love chatting it up with Kentucky fans, but it's probably going to be time for me to go inside and get set up for the actual event. So it's exciting. I've been to 2 of these, the last 2. They were nothing. I wouldn't have recommended it if there weren't as significant of changes as we've seen coming into this one. It was kind of boring, honestly, but it wasn't always like that. From about 2010 to 2015, they were pretty awesome. And the Calipari speeches were great, and then, you know, it's kind of hard to give speeches when you lose to St. Peter's. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. But there will be more. We'll have some highlights. Hopefully, we'll get some stuff up pretty soon after the event tonight. Obviously, we can't go live from in there, so look for that on the KSR YouTube channel. We'll also have a rapid reaction, getting our thoughts, getting Drew Franklin, Jack Pilgrim. We'll have Zach Gagan on, maybe some Jacob Polacek from Here Comes the Boom will join us as well on the rapid reaction, and then we'll have some highlights. We'll have some stuff up on Sources Say, of course, coming later in the week. I love that shirt. That's awesome. You've had that since '96. I love it. I got a couple of those too. Yeah. Love it. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in a few hours.